Hi everyone, happy Monday. I am Radhika. Welcome back to DataZard. Today we are going to be solving Workout Wednesday 2022 Week 31 challenge, and we will be building the Plotly JS and recreating this dashboard. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. As always, we will first start by getting data into Power BI. This is the link from which we can get the data. I'll just quickly open this and show you how the data looks like. This is the raw format of data. So I've just copied this link and now I'm going to open my Power BI. And here I will go to get data and then go to web. And in this web connector, I will put my URL and click on OK. Once I do that, my data will be fetched from this URL and this Power Query window shows up. I don't have to make any changes to the data because the name of the table, the column names, and everything looks perfect. So I'll just click on close and apply to apply these changes and get data into Power BI desktop. Now I'm following the instructions that are given in the challenge. So first we need to get the Plotly.js visual. So I'll click on these right in these three dots and get more visuals. And here I will search for Plotly.js. So in search bar, I will write Plotly.js. This is the visual that we need. So I'll click on this visual and then I'll click on add to add this visual. Now that we have this visual, I will click here and get this visual in our dashboard. Now the first thing that we need to do is get data for this visual. And for that, I will get gas, miles, side, and year, all of these fields in data section of this visual. And we don't want to summarize this. So I will select do not summarize in summarization for all of these. Now let us start editing it. So to edit it, we will click on these right in these three dots and then select edit. And the first thing that we need to do is add a trace. In trace, we need to choose type scatter. And on x-axis, I'm going to choose miles. This is all given in the challenge. And in y-axis, I'm going to choose gas. Now next, we need to apply transformations. So I'll go to transforms on the left side menu and then click on plus transform. And the transformation that we need to apply is a sort transform. So I'll select sort and the target, the field that we need to sort by is the year field. So I'm going to select that. Next, we are going to styles and then in traces, we want points, lines and text, everything to be visible. In points, we want this to be a variable coming from a variable, and the variable should be year. And we can change the color scheme here. So we can choose plasma. I think this is what is being used. So I'm going to choose plasma. We need to choose this in the reverse order because the lighter colors should be at the start and darker colors should be at the end. Then I'm going to get a border width of 2 and change the size. So we will increase the size of these points and then choose a darker color for line. So choose any blackish color for line and we will choose a smooth line here. And then we will go into axis and then go into titles and in x axis we will write miles per capita driven and on y axis we will write fuel prices. Now going back to style and then traces, we need to add the year over here. So I will go into text and in text we need to choose the alignment as custom alignment and the alignment will come from side. This is already given in our data and then the text should be our year. Let's just reduce the font size and then going into annotations, going into text, let's add annotations. The first annotation that we need is record low prices. It's gonna show up like that somewhere over here. We don't want this as bold, so I'm gonna remove the bold and let's just put that somewhere here. We don't want the arrow to show, so let's hide the arrow. Let's bring that back here. Then the next annotation that we need to add is cheap fuel, longer drives, and we don't want this as bold, just the first part as bold. And I'm just gonna arrange it at left. This looks better. Again, for this we don't want the arrow to show up and we want this somewhere over here. Let's just close these so that we have enough space. And I'm just gonna put this somewhere here. Now the third annotation that we need should say reduce travel due to long recession and carbon consciousness. For this one also we don't want the arrow and we need to show it somewhere over here. And the last one is energy crisis. Fuel prices jumped due to Iran Iraq war and we don't want this as bold, so I'll change the bold. And again we don't want the arrow and this will go somewhere over here. Now we have added most of the stuff, so let's click save and see how that looks and go back to report. So we will get a warning over here of licensing. So let's go to our formatting pane, and in formatting pane I will go to plotly.js.properties and we can just turn off these Power BI tooltips so that the thing is gone. And now we don't want this title, so I will turn off the title. Let us get a text box. First one should say connected scatter plot. And I'm going to change, let us put this as bold, increase the font size, and I'll place it somewhere here. We need another text box, so let's get that. And here I will add the text. And I will again place it somewhere over here. And then we need another text box. So I've added this text and I'm just going to place it somewhere over here. And this is how the final visual looks like. I hope you have learned something new from this one. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next one.